Hi everybody, so we're gonna do a little chatty, put on my makeup with me kind of video and probably a little get to know me stuff. The sun is out, I don't feel great, I am fasting, so I don't know why I'm doing a chatty video, but I have like this big bazooka here and I thought it's the perfect time to do a makeup video because everyone is always like, it's easy for you, you have good skin. I don't always have good skin, I do try. But yeah, let's get into it. So I've already done my skincare. I am glowing. I have on my sunblock. Make sure you always put on sunscreen. I know the UV index in the UK is not that high, but I still put on something light. The first thing I'm gonna go in with is foundation. I always go in with foundation. It's called foundation for a reason. When you build a house, you build the foundation first. It keeps everything even. I know there's like a lot of people who do their eye makeup first and that's not me. So I'm just using like a sheer foundation because I'm just gonna run errands today. Nothing too fancy. And I like this Estee Lauder sheer foundation because it gives you a glow and it is FPF 20, so I love that. Just take it out and do my makeup, show you all how I cover these stuff. Yeah, it's not looking great. So I learned to put on makeup mostly home, playing with my mom's makeup. And when I was like, I want to say 19 or 20, my mom sent me to Sacha to do a little makeup course so that I could put on makeup properly and I could stop looking like a fool, because I would just put on anything. I would experiment and do whatever I want. Ooh, that looks nasty. So yeah, before I do crap, she just was like, I'm just sending you to do a makeup course because I don't want you embarrassing me, basically. And yeah, that looks good. Everything looks even. I usually only put foundation from the center of my face going out. So like on my jaw, you would not see foundation. I blend it out as it goes, so I don't have to put any makeup on my neck. I do a little on my chin and take it down, but that is it. But yeah, here doesn't have any foundation. There's nothing there that bothers me, so I just leave it. I do not do complicated makeup. It's all simple. Yeah. Next thing I go in with is concealer. And I usually just do my under eyes and the inner corner to brighten there and blend it out. So I have like these small little beauty blenders. I have these from, I want to say it's Temu, but I have this one from Kosas. It's not good. And the ones I got from Temu costed like £2 and it had a pack of more. I lost the others, but yeah, they work good. They work just like the beauty blender, I must say. And then blending my inner corners. I know sometimes I look like I have on a lot of makeup, but it's really not. Just with very little, I look like I have a lot, so I don't know why. I set it with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder in the shade Buttercup Light. I like Buttercup Light for like under my eyes. This also came with the beauty blender set from Temu and I love it. You can see how that instantly brightens and it keeps everything in place and nothing creases. Just don't forget the inner corners there. And I'm gonna take like the leftover concealer and just dab it on this. It is so painful. I don't know why I'm aggravating it, but it must be hidden. And that is it. I put a little more because it looks a little nasty still. So I like to put it on here and then onto my skin. So just a little bit there and then blend it. Yeah, I think that looks good enough. And then obviously set it. I just like to set right here as well and here. A little bit about me. I did my undergrad at UE, University of the West Indies, and then I came here to do my master's, and then I came back to Trinidad, and then I was working at NP, filling gas at the gas station. No. I was at the head office. And then I was like, enough of this bullshit. I went through so much shit in those 2 years that I was like, I gotta get out. So I was like, let me go do my PhD. And I knew I wanted to stay in England, but I thought I was just gonna do like the normal route, get a work visa. I didn't think I would meet my husband, get a spouse visa, and end up staying like this. But it all worked out. I knew I just wanted to stay here, career-wise. Other than that, Trinidad is a beautiful place. The crime, it is bad, but it is what it is. You just have to mind your business, basically, and everything hopefully is okay. Sometimes people even get in trouble for minding their business, but whatever. Let's not get into that because, yeah. So for blush, I am using Rouge Glow from Sacha. Now, this was the first blush I ever had from Sacha, not this one. I repurchased it, and it used to come in like a circle, and these are the new ones, so I just use this one. I just have my technique. You might have your own technique, but this is what I do. I just put it on like that. It looks like a lot, but we blend it out. Trust the process. So, and then here, that looks so bad, but yeah. So whenever I do blush, sometimes I do like the editorial on the eyes here, and then do a little bit on the eyes, just tie in the whole makeup. But what I also do is on my nose as well. Just blend this out. So during the summer, I would put it on the bridge of my nose. During the winter, I put it at the tip of my nose. Some blush, and that is it. In the summertime, it looks as though I've been sun-kissed. I have a nice little sunburn going, and it looks nice. During the winter, I look like a nice little winter bunny with red nose. That's how I see it, but yeah. Put a little bit on my chin. I just sweep out the excess of the setting powder, and that is basically my base finished. The next thing I'm going with is eyeshadow. Now my eyeshadow process technique is very simple. I just use one product here. It just saves me time. I'm a mom and I don't need 3 different colors or any cat eye or any smoky eye. I just do it to look a little good. And this brown is a perfect brown, and how I started using this as an eyeshadow is that I went on vacation and I always carry this palette because it has bronzer, blush and highlighter, and I forgot my eyeshadow, so I just used this. I like to wet it a bit and it looked good, and I have never stopped using it as my eyeshadow. I have hit pan a bit, but I will find a replacement, and it's like the perfect warm chocolatey but not too chocolatey bronzy brown. I hope I described that okay. And next question I get a lot is, how did I meet my husband? So we met on a dating app, and at first, I must admit, I did not even know it was a dating app, but it did not stop me from keeping the app. I was like, okay then, it must be a sign I should be dating. So that's how I met my husband. I went on dates with a few different guys until I met my husband, and it is a different dating scene here. That's all I'm gonna say. it all worked out. And yeah, this is the side that I pack the product on, and this side I blend. So I just like this. And then I blend out like a kind of effect. So where was I? Yeah, so he carried me on our first date, and every weekend we would go on a date. And let me just give you all the quick rundown, quick. We met in January. By April we were married, and Christmas we had our first baby. And yeah, all in 1 year. Honestly, I just upfront told him I don't have time to waste. And we did not plan the baby though. We were like, we would wait like a year, but we got carried away. And that is it for eyeshadow. One color just around the eyes. I make sure I go on top and on the bottom, and it just looks like a lot has been done, but not much has actually been done. The next thing I do is, if you want, you can tight line, but I'm not gonna do that. The next thing I do is I take a spoolie and I spritz some, that is rose water, glycerin, diluted. And I just go like this on my brows, and I clean any excess powder, and then I wipe it off. And it just looks cleaner when you do your brows after. And I also clean my eyelashes, any powder that fell, just clean that up as well. You can take like a cloth, just wipe and clean. And it makes such a difference when you go to do your mascara. It just glides so much smoother. And give my eyebrows a little brushy brush. And then I go in with my brow pencil. It's Incredibrow by Collection Cosmetics. And it's only $3.99. I get the dark brunette color. And it works like the MAC, you know, that fine pencil. I love it. So we used to live in London, and then we decided to buy a house, so we moved outside because we just was not getting our money's worth with what there is in London. And plus London, it's a bit rough if you want to raise 2 little girls. Both my daughters, they were born in London, and then we moved to Oxford. We do miss London. There's no place like London, honestly, but it is what it is. But we're not too far, it's right there. We do visit often, and it's nice when we visit now. It's more special, but I do miss all the luxuries we had there. Next question I get a lot is me being a doctor. So I did do my PhD in cancer medicine, so ovarian cancer to be specific. And then when I started in 2016, my mom died of ovarian cancer in 2017. So it's not something that I enjoy anymore. So I think my eyebrows are done. Right. I then go in with highlighter. I'm gonna go in with this highlighter, and with this one you get like a wet effect, and I love it a lot. So I'm just gonna take like a little bit on my fingers right here, and then we work with that. So just take any little brush. This one's from MAC. You can see the condition of it. Just because it's from MAC doesn't mean it's good, but anyway. And just a little bit on your brush, and then I go in on the inner corners right here, and then I like kind of pat it in, and yeah, it is like a subtle wet glow. And you just bring it up here. So highlighter, it makes such a big difference. Please do not skip it. I mean, if it's not an important event, you could skip it, but it makes such a big difference. If you want to look like actually really look good, it makes a difference. See how wet that looks now? I don't know. If you can't, just trust me, it looks nice and wet. And I like putting it here on my forehead, like a little bit here and a little bit here. I barely have foundation here. I just put a little bit of foundation here, but I have no foundation on my hairline. Like, it makes your makeup look so seamless, because people often ask me, how did I get my makeup to match my skin color? Most often I do not, and how do I blend it going down? I just don't put makeup, so much makeup. I just concentrate on the center of my face. I don't do all these things like what do you call it, contour, which is fine. If you want contour, just put contour, but yeah. Now that's my wet highlighter. By now, if you've been following me for a while, you all would know that I love a glow. So this wetness is not enough. I need to go even more. And that's where my Rare Beauty highlighter comes in. This is in the color Accelerate. It is very pigmented, so just go lightly. Or if you do take some, put it on your hand first and then go in. It is very pigmented. And I like to wet my brush again first. Because it is again very pigmented, and I like to put a little bit on the tip of my nose, and it makes it look more pointed. I don't contour anything. I sometimes, if you're good at contouring, it looks good, but if you're bad at contouring, it looks bad, especially from the side, and you see all these splotchy, muddy looking lines. It looks extremely bad. So if you're good at it, by all means do it, but if you're not good at it, just stay away. For me, if I take my time, I am good at it, but I don't feel like the need for it. So I'll put some highlighter right here. In a corner here. Next question I get is when I am visiting Trinidad. Look, every year I visit Trinidad. I don't know when. And you just have to stay tuned. Sometimes it's last minute, sometimes I know where, like I book in advance quite often because it's 4 people. My husband always comes with me. My kids always comes with me because I cannot leave them anywhere. I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows to make sure there's no highlighter there and my eyebrows still look nice and defined. Yeah, so every year I visit Trinidad. The only years I did not visit Trinidad was when I was pregnant, obviously for medical reasons. Yeah. What again? I get a lot of questions. Oh, does my husband fast and do Ramadan with me? He fasts, he prays, he goes to the mosque, he goes to Jummah. He doesn't eat meat, so halal is not an option. He doesn't drink. So yeah, he basically does everything with me. And nice little Muslim family, and that's that. Next thing is some mascara. So I got this mascara recently. I only use waterproof mascara because here it just unexpectedly rains a lot. I'm gonna just use a non-waterproof one today. So it's my Fenty one because that is taking too long to open. You can put eyeliner now if you like. I don't on an everyday basis. I don't. If I'm going to a wedding or something, I'll put on eyeliner, or a special event. But yeah, it's peak like I go weddings a lot. I've only been to like 2 in the UK. I think 1 friend, 1 family. And it's quite different. A UK wedding, a British wedding, and an Indian wedding, they're quite different. And yeah, I just go nice and light with my mascara. If you want to build it, build it. And I think that is done. It's just the lips now. Let's see, what questions do I get again? Let's do my favorite signature lip. This is one I like to do often. So you can get any pink. This one's on its end. I need to get a next one, but we'll see. Now, a question I do get a lot. What do I get a lot? Where I'm from? I'm from Enterprise, y'all. Everybody thinks I'm from South Trinidad. Why? Why? Do I act like a South girly? I don't even know what South girlies act like. I know like the convent girls and the West girls. I don't know. But other than that, I didn't know there was like Central girls and South girls. Cork. This is like a cute look on its own. Like just put some lip gloss and you will look good. But a little bit of eyeshadow. You just do like this. Gives you the illusion of fuller lips. And some lip gloss. Where is my lip gloss? I'm just gonna use this one. Oh, I found it. So, Fenty Riri Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Riri. That was not difficult, but I made it difficult, yeah. So, what's the next question? I know people like to be like, does my husband cook and clean and do everything with me? It is life skills he's doing. It's not either of us duty. He could cook, I could cook. Yeah. That's how I look at it, but and I know some of you all, actually it's a very few of you all, so a lot of you all commended him, and I got messages of how lovely it is for him to be cooking. Even men from Trinidad, which I thought would be like very, have this old mentality where the woman should be in the kitchen. Even men were like, oh my god, it's so nice to see him treat you so lovely. You know, there were a few that, you know, just because he's cooking for me and treating me nicely, imagine your husband is treating you nicely, and some people think it's too feminine of him. And I mean, how sad of you. To treat your wife nicely is a bad thing. Yeah, anyway, if you all know me, he is no weak man. No weak man would be able to survive one day with me. Ask my exes. They tried. I am a tough cookie to please. Anyways, this is my makeup. A normal everyday makeup. This is what I would wear to go run errands. And the one thing that changes a lot is just the lipstick. I can go put on a burgundy lipstick now, and yeah, it'll be a different look. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy this. I will actually change it to a burgundy lipstick, but that's for next video. Bye.